What's up, YouTube? Let's do the LA Times Impossible Sudoku puzzle for December 7th, 2025. Before we start, be sure to subscribe for more Sudoku videos like this. I also have out today the New York Times Hard Sudoku puzzle and also the Netflix Puzzled Hard Sudoku today, which is titled Snowflake. So for both of those videos, I will have a link in the description. If you want to do those puzzles, and if you want to try this puzzle yourself, there will be a link in the description as well. And don't forget, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you get updated whenever I upload a video. And so with that said, let's fill the grid. All right, so 7 is going to be up here somewhere. 7 will be in one of these two. Let's look here, 2, 5, and 4. We got 2 and 4 already. 5 is placed right here. 5 is placed over here. 1 is placed right here, actually. Got 3 cells left in this box. That's going to be, we can place 3 right here. You can see that. And so we are left with 6 and 9. That leaves a pair right here as well. So this is going to be from 7, 4. So this is 4, this is 7. Oops, let's make them big. 7 or 4 and 7. All right, so now this box is down to 3. This is down to 2, 4, 6. This is our 4. 2, 6 is what's left. 2, 6 is what's left right here. Might as well just finish this box out. We need a 2, 6, so we also need a 7 and a 9. So 2, 6, 7, and 9. All right, so that's not 7, that's not 7 or 9, and that's not 9. So that gives us 2, 6 in this box. So that makes this a 9, and this is 7. So 9, we got all our 9s, we got all our 7s in this stack. We can actually place a 5 here. And I'm just going to keep doing, you know, I notice like this column. So if I notice like a row or column down to 3, I'm going to look at that. So we need a 2, 6, 8 for these 3 cells. Doesn't look like we can eliminate any of them, but we'll have that marked. We can place a 4 right here. If you notice these 4s, this 4 and this 4 pointing into this box, so this is a 4. That's going to put 1 in one of these 2 cells. We could have done that anyway, even without placing that 4, but all right. Looks like 2 is in one of these 3 cells. 4 is going to be in one of these 2. What about this column here? We need a 6, 7, 8, 9. So up here, this is not 6 or 9. It looks like this is wide open down here. This column's down to 3. Let's take a look at that. We need a 1, 2, and 7. All right, so this one's not 1. That's not 7. That's not 2. This column, or this row, I mean, is down to 4. We already have the 1, 7, but we need a 1, 7, 8, 9 for the whole row. So this one's not 7. This has to be a 1, right? So 7, 8, and 9 see this cell, so this has to be a 1. Now that makes this a 7. That makes this an 8 or a 9, and that makes this an 8 or 9 over here. So 7's already up in here. We knew that. 1 can be placed now down here. That gives us 2, and that gives us 1 right there. So now 1's going to be up here in one of these two cells. This is not 2. So 2's up here in one of these two. That means 2 is in one of these two cells. We actually have a 2, 6 pair in this column. 6 sees this cell, so this is a, yeah, what did I do there? Undo that. Okay, let's remove the corner marks because we're going to place the 2 right here. Not place the 2 in both boxes. Okay, there we go. That's a 6, that's a 2, that's a 6, that's a 2. This is now a 6, 8 pair in this box. We can place the 2 over in this box. There we go. What do we have left in this column? We have a 6, 8. We also need a 4. So 4, 6, 8. We can look at this column, which is down to 3. It's down to 3, 8, 9. We got a 3, 8, 9 triple in this box. So this is going to be a 2, 2, 6. 2, 6. Okay, let's look at this box. We need 3, 8, 9. We also need a 7. So 7 is going to be in one of these two cells. So 3, 7, 8, 9. That's not 3. That's just 3, 8. Okay, this row is down to 3. 1, 3, and 8 is what we need. So this one here is not 8. 1's in one of these two cells. 6, 7, so 6, 7, 8, 9 is what's left for this row. So this is just 7, 9. This entire column is 1, 3, 7, 9. You can see this is not 1, 7. This is not 9. What about this? Might as well just keep looking. We only have these cells left to mark. So let's look at this cell. This could be a 3, 6, 8, 9. Okay, and then for this, let's just look at the cell. We only need to mark these two cells, actually. This one's marked already. This could be a 1. Oh, no, it can't be a 1. There's a 1 over here. It can't be 2. It could be 3, 4. It can't be 5, 6, 7. It could be 8 or 9. And then up here, this is going to be a 1, 3, 4. Not 5, 6, 7. Could be 8. 1, 3, 4, 8. Okay. All right, so let's see what we can find. Can we find anything? 1, 3, 7, 9. Okay, we do have an X-wing, right? 8, I don't know if this, yeah, it will be useful. There's 8 8 is either going to be here or here in this row. Down here, 8's in one of these two in this row. So what we can do is eliminate 8 from this cell, and this cell, and this cell. And we can come over here and eliminate 8 from this cell and this cell. Now, does that do anything besides just what we did, eliminate 8 from those cells? Can we do anything else with that? So this is now, oh, we have a 7, 9 in this row now, so that's nice. So this is not 7 or 9. I think we can take these corner marks out. So we eliminated 8 from here, 3, 4, 8, 9. All right, let's see. This can't be that hard. Just got to find it. Just got to find it. Three, 7, 9. How about 8, 3, 9? And where's a 3, 8? When we have a 3, 8 over here. 6, 7, 8, 9. So 8's in one of these two cells. I was hoping to find another X-wing on 8's going this way. We don't have that. What about here? Well, that's the X-wing we found before. Six, 9, 8, 9. 4's in one of these two. All right, what do I need to look for here? 'I don't know what I'm looking for here. 6, 8. Nope. 7, 9. About 7s or 9s. So 9. Let's think about this. Let's think about 9s. If this was a skyscraper, this could be the floor of the skyscraper. Then you've got 8 and 9 here. And you'd have 8 and 9 here. And you do have this cell that sees 9 and sees both tips of the skyscraper. So yeah, that's a skyscraper. So it's kind of tilted sideways, right? So it's on the number 9. So what you want, like, and this is the floor of the skyscraper right here. Okay, and 9, 9 can be in a whole bunch of, it could be almost anywhere in this column here. We could have more than just these 3, but we do just have these 3. So that's the floor. And then the walls of the skyscraper, we're not really looking at this column here, but we need 2 walls, quote unquote, of the skyscraper that have strong links, that are, in other words, where there's only 2 options for the number 9. In this case, you can see it's an 8-9 pair, so there's only 2 options for those 9s. Now we go down the floor and we come to this area here, and then we see that there's only 2 options for 9 right here. Now we see that we need a cell that sees both ends of the top part of the skyscraper. So this cell right here sees this top of the skyscraper and this one right here. And so what that means is we can eliminate 9 from this cell, because there's never going to be a scenario where that ends up being a 9, right? So you're going to have 9. If you have an 8 here, this becomes 9, and that won't be 9. If this is an 8, we're going to see here, let's just work it out here. This becomes a 3. This becomes a 7, 9. It's going to work out. I know that's a skyscraper. I'm trying to think it through the same way as a bent triple. I'm confident that that is a skyscraper. I was just trying to do the example to show that this is never going to be a 9. I mean, if this is a 9, obviously that's not going to be a 9. I wish I could just prove it with an example there. I think we're going to have to go a lot further. If this is an 8, this is 3. This is 1. So we're going to have to go a lot further to get to where we can see that this is not a 9. So anyway, I'm just going to mark it as a 9 and trust what I know about skyscrapers, and we'll just go from there. So we can eliminate 9 from here. This is a 3. Okay, so now we have an 8-9 pair right here. We can make this a 3 now. That's not 3. This is going to be a 1. Okay, that gives us 7 up here, 8 here. It's going to give us 9 right there, 4 here, 1 here. It's probably going to get us pretty far, I would think. Okay, that's not 4, so this is the only place for 4 in this box. Let's come over here, resolve the 6, 9. This is going to be 6 and 9 right here. That's 7. That's 3. That's 8. We get a 3 right here, 7 here, 9 here. 8, 6, 8, 6, 2, 8, 2, and 6. All right. That was a good puzzle. Could have taken me a lot longer to find anything. I'm not super fast at finding skyscrapers or X-wings or whatever. It varies from puzzle to puzzle, but yeah, and I wish I could have given a better example of why this has to be a 3 in that case. We also had the X-wing too, so I do want to mention that we had the X-wing on 8s that I found. So I think it was that X-wing and then this skyscraper that were the keys to the puzzle. But I mean, it's easy enough to see, like, okay, if this was an 8, this would have to be a 9, and then this would have to be a 3. But doing the opposite, like if this was a 9, we would have had to go a lot further in the chain to eventually see that it probably would have led to a null cell right here. So but yeah, with a skyscraper, just go back and watch the video if you're unsure about that, or you can let me know in the comments if you need more information on skyscrapers. They're pretty cool to know. They're pretty helpful in these puzzles for the impossible and other puzzles at this level. So let me know how you did in the comments, and I'll see you next time.